welcome to Lost in South Oz. Today we're back down at Portdock having a look at all the, I guess if you can say, renovations, because this used to be the old Portdock station. The only difference is that it used to be at the police station and now it's beside the old museum down here, National Museum in Adelaide. And this part here, I believe was in the last video we did, and it was actually fenced off. And this is part of the corridor where it used to go down, come across to the factories. And now it's all reopened and made part of the cycleway. The cycleway didn't come this way, now it's all part of the cycleway. This used to be the corridor, the old goods corridor, which went to, I'll just show them, it went to our right down this way. There used to be a siding going down here. That used to come out of this corridor here. And there was, if you remember in the first video we did, there was a big fence across here, and this is what they were doing. We believe that this building here has got something to do with it. There's an old street sign over there. That old building has something to do with the railway. But all this was a whole big goods yard back in the day, yes. With the station over where at the corner where the police station is now. So, but this should give us a good look down the platform area and a closer view of everything. So there's one of the old goods sheds over there as part of the old museum that's there now. And if we look down here, I'll have to manually zoom because my gimbal is playing up again. So bear with me. This is a look down the platform. As you can see, it's all complete. And we'll walk down there and have another look at that area. But I'm just manually zooming out with my fingers, so just forgive me for a minute because my DJI gimbal is giving me a hard time. I don't know what this is, an isolation panel. Okay. To continuous fencing, I don't know. I guess we're right next to the, it's so new, there's obviously some dollies on the track there that they've been using to push up and down. And where all the sidings go into the old rail sheds there, all the track's still there. We'll walk through this because this is that area. It probably connects to that area that we also photographed that had all that stuff stored in and all those like old bits of railway stuff. Yeah. Well, we'll have a look. But this is all brand new. And this used to be all part of the corridor originally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you can see all the switches. They're still in use down there. They're fenced off, those sidings that go into the museum. No, I have to apologise for my voice. This is the back of the aviation museum as well. I apologise for my voice. I've had some sort of bug for the last week and a half. Or I got to the point I couldn't even talk. And I have had a fever and I was flat out, you know. But anyway, I'm getting over it. And you can see they've opened up all this area. Look at it. This used to be all part of the railway. Outer Harbour Greenway, it's called. And yeah, they're still working in the railway museum area. But to give you an idea, is that the roadway over there? Yeah, I'm sorry if the wind's picked up. I still can't afford my really top-notch microphone yet. go behind here, we get a bit of a break from the wind. This is the outside of the old aviation museum. But they've got panels that have got like rails on them every now and then. It's weird. And then they've got an isolation panel at the end of it. I don't understand all that stuff. But as you can see, all this stuff down here is new.
I've never understood the isolation panels, but my guess has always been it's either to provide an easy break in the fence if you need to get through into the rail corridor, or if electricity attaches to the fence in some way, it limits how far it'll go.
And you can see the old Rosewater along the aviation museum. I didn't see the bit where it went across the other way, did you? Must be down here somewhere.
It's down here.
And there goes a train running on the track going to Outer Harbour. Part of there's a, if you look in there's an old propeller, I think, of some plane and some wing. But look at this. I have no idea what all this is. It's all part of it somewhere, isn't it? And we'll just go down here and see if we can find that other bit that went the other way.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a good use of it. Like a lot of the disused railway in towards the city here in Adelaide is being made into this. So this is sort of a compromise where they've opened the station up as part of its election promise. But their intention is to turn a lot of the old disused railway sections into, I guess, walking and cycle areas and, public spaces. I guess it's sort of those areas are still sort of maintained. And oh yeah, I'll show that on my way back. There's actually is it like a F-111 or something? Something like that. There's some jet plane there, a fighter plane. We'll show you on the way back, just in case someone wants to see that. But I don't think this section's, I don't know what goes down here. I think this just takes you down to where that trucking depot was. So we've gone past that bit that we were talking about. I think it just went straight across that other bit I was talking about. But this is just taking us right down to where I guess the junction is to the Outer Harbour line.
Correct.
Yeah, there's the overpass for the road down there. Yeah. And that's the end of it. Do we need to go down there? No. So I'm going to stop just in case the wind picks up and I turn around. We're back up where that the aviation museum is. This is what Julie was pointing at, if you can see, because it wasn't in our view, is the back of a jet fighter, and it's behind the shed. So I'm thinking, as part of their wings are removed, I don't think that propeller's got anything to do with it. It's a jet. But then there's no motor in the back of it either, so either it's a dismantled jet or it's a model. It doesn't look like there's anything in the back of that.
No.
That's what, So I think it's just a prop or something.
Maybe.
Anyway. Osmond Outer Harbour, so this all links up. I'll just slowly walk. I can just see that there's going to be wind through here. And this is the back of the old railway museum sheds. And this is the other side of the station, and there's still the construction fencing up, but it's clear to say that nearly everything here is finished, including the security cameras if you look up on the platform. I'll just zoom up there. Including all the security cameras, everything's in place. They're also taking part of the railway for the part of the car park for the Harris fence. They've got all the seating in, even the what looks like a bus stations. Bus terminal here. So I guess they planned this to be a really busy part, you know, like, you know, so but yeah, I mean, it's the actual line. If you can see, there's a like buffer there, and the lights are even active for the railway line. Is it single sided or double sided?
It's a single track into the station.
Yeah.
It's double sided further down.
Yeah, so there's two tracks coming in, so it's like a switch down to one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can just go around here for you.
There's only one platform.
Looking over at the old
Public.
train museum. But I'll just zoom back out again. Like I said, sorry for the old shoddy camera work. The gimbal has like a zoom and a zoom out, and when it Bluetooth connects, and it seems to be playing up, so don't want to whinge too much, but yeah, we just thought we'd update you. Everything here seems, even the signs on the platform telling you destinations and stuff, there's like TV screens or something, isn't there?
Yeah.
Showing a bit like what they have in Sydney, isn't it?
It is.
Not like they've got on the platforms going north. It's all TV screens, cameras. It all looks almost completely done, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is pretty much.
So we thought we'd come back and do an update for you before they opened, as we promised. We might have something else happening later on today that we might attach to the back of this footage. But until then, all the best from me, Bridget.
And Julie.
Take care. And welcome back. It's still a very windy day, so we're going to take our time. We've just given you an update of the old portdock, well, the new portdock railway construction where the old portdock used to be. And we're going to just take you through Julie's got memories of the old Rosewater station. And as you can see, looking down at this track, it's actually dual gauge.
Standard gauge and broad gauge.
Standard gauge and broad gauge. This track is no longer active. This is the crossing here. I forgot what the street's called. Newcastle Street. And this is turning. I hope the wind's not too bad for you, but we'll take our time down here. Because if I can feel the wind in my face, there's a bit of old track here. And we're walking towards what was the old station. What's your memories? Oh, there's an old tyre down here.
There is.
There's an old...
Back in the mid-1980s, I went for a visit to Adelaide with my dad. And while Dad was doing something else, I forget what now.
Would you have been a kid back then?
Oh yeah, this was mid-high school years. I did a few train trips around Adelaide, one of them being from Dry Creek out to Rosewater. For some reason I got off at Rosewater. I must have got off at Rosewater and went back to Dry Creek rather than going through to Port Adelaide. But I got a photo of the old step-down platform, which I'd never seen anything like it before, and it was like, whoa, what is that?
And we'll put that up for you because it's interesting because in the picture you have the old step-down platform, and right beside it is like a waiting shed, but it's like brick and concrete.
Yeah.
And that's all the station was here.
It was almost more station sign than station platform.
Yeah.
You know, station sign
But-
is bigger.
And what train were you catching when you came here?
It was a Red Hen rail car.
And this would have been in the 80s?
This was the mid-80s.
Because this line, this platform closed down, what, 88?
1988.
Yeah. So we'll include Julie's pictures she actually took when she was a kid. You know, and what's to become of this? And we've been told by some of the residents here that this is eventually going to become, like I said in the earlier footage of Port Dock, some of the areas like this one, they're reclaiming for cycleways and, you know, greening again. So this is, it's not going to be reopened, and it's going to become a public area again. That's what, from our understanding.
The line was opened here in 1916. And the station was opened the same year. 1916. It was opened originally as a broad gauge line, and then after, it would have been, I think, after they closed the passenger service, they put a standard gauge line through to make it a dual
And as you can
gauge.
see, there's bits of old concrete here on the ground, and there's bits of people cut. You know, it's just a lot of garbage through here. But
and as I have read somewhere, sorry I forget where now, this line was built because the line through Wingfield, Gilman Junction, what's now the suburb of Ottawa, where it went into Port Adelaide station, was it was awkward in terms of shunting freight trains. And so they couldn't do anything with the junction on that line. They kept the line because it was going elsewhere as well, but they built this line to make it easier for freight trains to access Port Adelaide freight yard, goods yard.
so this is where we're standing right now is the only actual remnants of the actual station. This is where the step-up platform was.
Yeah.
Right where we're standing. You can see there's a gateway into the oval, and another gateway going this way where the old, I think it's the old, these are trust houses or trust flats. So all this broken concrete that's here, these are the remnants of the platform. So if you wanted to catch a train here, you could enter the rail corridor from either side, and either side of here. So, and this would take you into the oval.
Rosewater Football Club.
Football club. Oval. And then what you'd be confronted with right here,
You'd have to cross the rail line.
You'd have to cross these tracks, and then there was, right here, there was a step-up platform, and then where this bit of chunk of concrete sort of here was like a bit like an old dugout, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A bit like if you're looking at that colour one, a bit like that, but bigger.
Yeah.
Just sitting right here.
That was your waiting shed. So the waiting shed was on the ground level, and then you'd have to go up the stairs on the platform to get to the train.
And in the picture that you got, these palm trees are actually here.
They are, yes, I think.
And yeah. So and there was something else in there, but anyway, let you all have a look at the picture. What else would you like to add, Julie?
That's the story.
Was it fond memories when you travelled up here on the old Red Hen to get out here?
It was. My main regret is I wish I'd taken more photos, but this was back in the film days, and...
Well, you didn't have your camera to make footage, but anyway.
Yeah.
So you'll see along there, if I can zoom in, let it help me zoom in. You see the old railway track used as part of the fence of the corridor. And in Julie's picture, I think they're still there.
And it runs into the current outer harbour line.
Yes. So this will be the end of this video we're taking. This is just a fill-in bit of thing. I hope you like both parts, a bit on Port Dock and this bit on Rosewater Old Platform. I'm going to say bye from me.
Bye from Julie.
Bye from me, Bridget. But anyway, you all have a lovely week, and I hope you all catch up to our next presentation. It'll be on after this. We're hoping on the weekend will be the Salisbury one. All the best. Take care.